office and serve all Kenyans. Thus, there was no room for handshake. There was no room for broad-based. There was no room for NADCO. There was no room for extending and broadening relations across the political divide, because we believed we would serve all Kenyans. And that was a premise from the rejection of the BBI, because remember, the BBI was trying to create a broad-based government where you'd have multiple characters assuming the executive. And that would have been chaotic. So even today, there is no room for revival of the BBI. Kenyans, we deserve a president, and everybody else should be a respecter of the rule of law. If you want to lead, you must be willing to be led. If you go to an election and you lose, you let the person who has won assume office and we move forward. Because again, then what would be the essence of going for an election? That's a conversation we need to have. We should not be led back to the revival of the BBI, where we have slots for prime minister, 2 deputy presidents, assistant prime minister. I mean, we've been speaking about austerity 101, cutting down the cost of running government. So that is one. 2, the extension now of trying to broaden the relations with Raila Amolo Odinga, and then we have the Uhuru Kenyatta, is very alarming. Because one, remember, the current president was a deputy president, or rather the deputy president to the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. And when it came to the election, President Uhuru Kenyatta then said that this person is not fit to be a president of this country, much as he has served as my deputy for 10 years. Therefore, I am going to support another candidate. And he brought in the Azimio candidate, who is none other than the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. So now look at the matrix. 2 years before, an outgoing president said this person is not fit to be a president, and he supported a different person. And he came to what Kadi is talking about, the Mount Kenya region. And the people of the Mount Kenya region refused to listen to one Uhuru Kenyatta, regarding supporting the presidential bid, yes, of Raila Odinga, because he only marshaled about 600,000 votes. Yet, the person that the Uhuru rejected, who is the current president, was overwhelmingly voted by the same people from the Mount Kenya region. So, what value now does Uhuru add to Ruto's camp? When, if the people of Mount Kenya region did not listen to Uhuru then, what can he say now that will make them listen to him? 2, all the things he said about the current president, was he lying if he starts to support him now? You know, because we need to hold them to account, because you cannot come out this 1 year and say, Kathy is not fit to run the country. Then 2 years down the line, you're saying, no, let's support him and work with him and make progress. How accountable is that? Yes. So I'm looking at the broadening of this government, and I'm wondering, really, do we keep removing Paul and bringing back John, but they are all cousins? We need a paradigm shift. As a country, we must make progress. And perhaps it's about time we shut the door and realize that all these remnants of KANU have no future political space in this country, because they are all birds of feather. They have served together, they've worked together. It is okay for them to consult, it is okay for them to engage. But when it comes to decision making, now Kenyans, we need to look at it differently. Then number 3, there is another fraction that did not want Raila Odinga to be a president, neither did they want President Ruto to be a president. And they did not come out to vote, a whole 33%. So they are waiting to vote in their new president come 2027. They are waiting to vote out the current president. And then also President Ruto has lost supporters. You know, I mean, it's only fair to be real. People who voted for him, a huge number, have walked away. People who voted for Raila because of Uhuru and otherwise have also walked away, because despite ODM joining government, people are saying, tunachangwa mataani all the time. NADCO comes, a handshake comes, now Baba is going to AU, but we never benefit. So it's the crux of the matter is that The president needs to calm down the political temperatures. That is correct. But also he needs a new formula if he wants to be a candidate in 2027, lest we have a replica of Botswana. You saw an incumbent president becoming number 5. This may not be any different if this is the way we keep going.
We keep going. Yeah. Kathy, let's now look at matters AUC. The former